Hello friends, welcome back for another professional match of StarCraft 2. What I got for you today is none other than ByuN, spawning here in the bottom corner with the red terran, and his opponent, none other than Classic, spawning here with the blue protoss. These are two very good players and something very interesting. Guess what? Classic used to play with Terran, then switched to Protoss, and ByuN used to play with Protoss and switched to Terran. So this is an epic game. Two players that used to play each other's race. This is something highly unusual, and they have a lot of experience. ByuN started to play in 2010, so that's a long time ago. And Classic started to play in 2012, so they have a lot of experience. And this is going to be an epic best of 3 in game number 1. Let's find out together what is going to happen. My name is Keanu, and as usual, I'm here with you, trying to cast the best games there are. Standard opening. Here we have a barrack and a supply depot. So ByuN is playing safe, and let's see Classic putting a gateway over here to prevent any Reaper. So Reapers usually come here, jump over this cliff, and when they are going to try to jump in the main base, guess what? They are going to be blocked by a cybernetic core and a gateway. And here we have another gateway. So that means more and more action with Protoss versus Terran. The Reaper is almost here. Reapers are very good because look, 0 map awareness for ByuN and same for Classic. So both players are in the dark, but they are going to use scouting units. For Protoss, usually we are talking about infantry, and same for ByuN, which is sending the Reaper to scout. Reapers have an also good ability, the fact that they can heal themselves. So this is awesome. Also, they can jump over cliffs, but as you already saw, it's impossible over here. And an Adept has the shading ability, which is awesome. That means he can be basically in two places in the same time. Depends if he wants to shade up to the end or not. And now look at them trying to find each other. And this is the ability I was talking about. Are they going to actually shade, or is just a fake shade? No, they were actually going to shade, and this gives them extra mobility. And now the Reaper, as I predicted, is trying to jump where? Go back. And the Adepts are already here. Nice, but here we have the wall off, and Marines are going to be pumped. You have here the bunker, but here only one Marine versus 2 Adepts. Not that a big deal. Let's see this Marine if he's going to be able to do something. The workers are here just in case there is a need to repair the supply depot on very aggressive style here with the Adepts. Yeah, 4 Adepts, not bad. This supply depot wall is in big danger. So what do we have here? 2 Marines. I don't know if it's enough. And creating here another. Yes, an engineering bay, but here is the cavalry with the Cyclone. The Cyclone has the lock-on ability, and immediately he is able to kill 1 Adept. And now we also have a Stalker. More Adepts are shading. If you see Adepts shading, you need to go back for defense. And yes, we are actually going to. Now a recall. Wow, this is intensive micro from Classic versus ByuN. And what is the comeback after this for Classic? A robotic facility, more and more gateways, units, and a shield battery for good measure at the entrance. Something else? Any shenanigans? No, just standard intensive Protoss versus Terran. Now the mules, these are going to increase the income for ByuN. Overall, Classic has more because he has more workers, 42 workers. Now see the income growing. And this in terms of the army. So this game, obviously you are familiar, most of you with it. It's all about resources. Here we have a Phoenix. It's not a real one. It's just here for scouting. Hallucinated Phoenix are very good. They are being produced by the Sentry. And let's see who is going to actually do a lot of damage in this first game. A very greedy third Nexus. Nice. So Classic is trying to have an economic advantage. And here it's a very good defense with a tank, a barrack. Also you have the Cyclone and a bunch of Marines. So it's impossible to go here, especially in the early part of the game. This is like a perfect defense strategy. But now Classic is on his way, trying to see what he can do. Yeah. This was very unfortunate for ByuN and very fortunate for Classic. It was a free kill. And now a little bit of a shenanigan. A pylon here, probably to warp reinforcement in the proximity of the base of the Terran. Not bad at all. This is what I'm talking about. And now Colossus. This is an epic, highly efficient, long-range splash damage unit. Look at him, just waiting here next to his buddies. And what? A gateway. Also preventing Terran for taking this base easily in case there is a macro game. And what do you see here? Intensive bio. And a lot of units ready for attack. Is this the moment? Observer seeing everything, but Terran is scanning right now to understand exactly what is happening. Another Colossus over here, so more and more forces scanning to destroy the observer. Each scan means less mures, so even though you lose the observer, at least there is a little bit less minerals. And now look at the timing, exactly when the workers were going to be here, this orbital command was attacked. Is it going to survive? Yes. Baiting the Terran into attacking, but it's not ideal to attack against two Colossus. Now ByuN is trying to repel. He needs more tanks. One tank is not enough. Here is the second one. Combat shield and infantry weapon level 1 completed for ByuN. Now Classic just withdraw. Here he prevented an attempting drop with the medivacs. But for good measure, this is what a pro level player is doing. He left Colossus and a bunch of units home just to prevent this run by. Now 3 Colossus, a bunch of Stalkers. This is a very good composition. A bunch of Marines, not going to cut it. But who knows, maybe he's going to be lucky. Now we have here the Immortal, the big heavy punch. And let's see if this drop is going to be successful. Probably ByuN is going to try to go over here and it's unprotected. So this mineral line is in big danger. Yeah, pulling the the protoss. Ah, this is destroyed. Pulling the probes immediately. Very good. So the timing, the reaction speed of these players is awesome. Now the hallucinated Phoenix just staying here, trying to be annoying. Now what do you do with these two medivacs? The problem is he wants to bait some of the units to stay over here. He cannot teleport them back home. And if he tries to go over here, who knows? It can be intercepted. But no, the boost was activated. And these two medivacs with Marines are flying home to safety. But they are on low health and can be easily destroyed. Now, perfect observer over here, seeing exactly the position of the Terran. Rushing, there are a lot of Marauders over here. Excellent wall-off with the shield from Centuries, blocking literally the Terran army from advancing. And now the Terran is trying to destroy these rocks to create another pathview avenue. Also a Liberator over here, so this is going to be intensive. This is the part that we are all expecting, waiting to see. Now a lot of Vikings are needed to destroy the Colossus. Or to steam as much as possible, but when you steam that means you are going to lose health and only 3 medivacs not enough. Now ByuN is trying to reposition. Let's see where. Now look at the vision of both players. Now a drop was attempted with the war prism. Nice. It's a very good defense. In terms of workers, 55 for ByuN, 71 for Classic, favoring Classic, so he has more income. But it's okay because ByuN can use mules. And if you drop mules, that means you don't need so many workers, not that many SUVs. Now let's see if this attack is going to work. Yeah, Free Colossus. Nice, 2 Archons. They are very good for taking absorbing damage and to do splash damage as well. Now look, baiting the Terran. But here we have 4 tanks and 2 Liberators. It's a dead zone. And finally we start to have Vikings. Who is going to win, guys? Place your bet. I have no idea. Both players are very good. It's just a matter of how good you are with microing your army. And now a recall. Where? Back home. He realized he needs to withdraw. This base is lost. At least the probes are safe. Now 4 tanks over here. And whoa, that was epic. A disruptor shot. But now this base is in serious danger. Yeah, the probes are running away for their lives. And while this is happening, the Archons are taking the damage, coming, attacking these tanks in front. But not enough. This siege tank still here. More and more Terran units are engaging the battle. Yeah, that. Oh, very good disruptor shot, but guess what? The tanks are still here. This one with only 5 health. Yeah, immediately they were destroyed. And these Vikings, indeed, as well. But while this was happening, we had a drop in the main base. Wow. And this drop is seriously damaging the infrastructure, the economy. But the protoss is here. So who is going to win, guys? ByuN only 40 workers. His army is smaller. But his economy is doing well because he has 3 bases versus 3. And the main base of protoss is running low. So it's all going to be about this engagement over here. Low health for every Terran unit. Protoss's army death ball is looking way better. Oh, who is going to win? Now I suspect Classic. So many Archons. Yes, Classic. ByuN in the bottom corner and ByuN in the top one. The map is Ancient Cistern. It's a very huge map, very big map, and we are going to find out the conclusion. It was a very intensive game, to say the least. The Protoss Death Ball was able to defeat the Terran Bio. Now let's see if ByuN has an answer to it. Standard opening so far. Classic spawning in the bottom corner. Let's see what we are going to do. A supply depot, probably a barrack next to it, and here a random pylon. Not that random. Usually you want to try to prevent reapers from going around your base. So let's see what is going to be the answer. So here we have the barracks. Very interesting the fact that ByuN was able to be the first player in the history of both StarCraft Brood War and StarCraft 2 to have reached and won the final of a Premier Korean League while being teamless. This is why he's called the one-man army. And also being very good at microing units. He also known as Micro Jackson. With a long history of matches, both players are very skilled. Now Classic sending a probe to explore. This is very important just to make sure everything is in order with your opponent. You're not going to find yourself in front of a rush. And the probe successfully entered the Terran base. Now seeing everything is okay, the protoss is just going to continue the search. Why is he searching with a probe? Well, look over here, he's very greedy. Classic already have a second nexus, so that means he's a little bit vulnerable. Here we have another pylon. So now, because he made sure everything is okay, denied a little bit of the timing of the second command center, he will have an economic advantage. And this second command center probably is going to be upgraded into orbiter like this one, and that means an extra mule and a little bit of extra income for ByuN. Look at the income depending very much on the mule. Both players low on army, only 2, that means non-existent. And now the Reaper is here. The Reaper to make sure what is happening on the opposite side. Is this a good moment for him to attack or not? Now jumping, and here we have the Adept. Adept versus Reaper. Both players started with this very fast engaging units. It's very hard for Adept to catch a Reaper and vice versa. These are some of the most agile units in this game. Look at them playing catch. Are they going to be able to catch each other? No. And the Adept, while chasing away the Reaper, is going to the opposite direction. And let's see what damage he is able to do. Already here we have a bunker just for good measure. And now look at the timing. So ByuN immediately withdraw all the SUVs, and that means lost mining time, which is never a good sign. And here we have a perfect wall-off. And while this is happening, the Reaper is inside the main base. The Reaper trying to do a lot of shenanigans, but guess what? Here is the wall-off. And immediately it was destroyed by the Stalker. What happened here? Yeah, it was dealt with as well. Here we have the Cyclone. The Cyclone is very efficient. He has the lock-on ability. And here we have, for good measure, a 4 command center built in the main base. So ideally is to have it on the spot, not to lose any more time, but that means it's vulnerable to attacks. This base 40 out of 60, not bad at all. So classic chrono boosting workers, now he has 48 versus 43 for ByuN. And the economic advantage of classic is overwhelming right now, especially because at the end, first part of the game is very important. The tank is going to be ready, a bunch of marines, more barracks, so heavy bio like usual. Now look at the lock-on ability. Bam, he's dead. Bunkers with 3 marines, 2 more are coming. Here we have the armory for upgrades. Double armor is also very important, guys. So if you like also to play this wonderful game, please make sure to have upgrades. Doesn't matter the race. And Blink almost ready for classic. Blink for stalkers. A third nexus over here with a pylon. So 3 nexus, very good, very efficient. And here we have warp gates and the robotic facility. The Twilight Council is also done. And this small group of stalkers are just making sure the proximity is clear. This is their point of view. This is for ByuN. And this is for classic. So it's very important the fact that we have the full vision. It's easy for us to see where the units are. For them it's not that. So basically the Cyclone is patrolling, trying to have a figure out where the protoss is, and these 4 stalkers are doing the same, but in force. 1 SUV in danger. Yeah, they have no idea, neither do the stalkers, how close they are. Because if they can see each other, and now, yeah, he's dead. The Cyclone is dead immediately. 4 stalkers are very potent. Now what is going to be the answer? Here we also have the observer. Yeah, rushing all the units. And guess what? The stalkers now can blink because they have here the observer. But are they going to blink? No. Just killing one marine, two. Yes. Look at the micro. Micro of classic, it's amazing. So 2 marines for free killed. Now this tank offering cover. Trying to land again. And some shots. Now splitting them. 2 over here. Just for good measure. A scan to destroy the observer. Now the army of ByuN looks mighty. 47 versus 49, not bad at all. Some marauders inside of it. We also have 2 medivacs full of units. Is he going to try to... Yeah, but guess what? Already here 2 stalkers. So predicting the angle of attack. Now withdrawing. 2 colossus. Not bad. And nothing you can do. Look at the timing. Wow. So classic immediately sniping. So this medivac is as good as dead. Wow. That's what pro players are doing. But while a lot of protoss units are in the opposite side of the map, here we have a bunch of marines that are killing, but are being intercepted. So this run by was another failure for ByuN, and ByuN is not looking that good. Those 2 medivacs, whoo, that was unfortunate to say the least. To say the least. But it's tragic. Now going back home to heal the wounds. Look at the medivacs, healing them from a distance. Now classic is the one on the attack. It's another death pole with 2 archons, 2 colossus, a lot of stalkers and zealots to soak the damage, and more units are being warped in. So now the army of classic 88 versus 78. Another archon is being morphed, and this random widow mine was destroyed. Now this one was discovered, and only 1 tank in the background. Not enough. Not enough. This is a death pole of epic proportion. More and more units are being warped in. Is ByuN, does ByuN has an answer for it? Wow, excellent engagement over here. Death ball versus... Oh, the SUVs are being called. When this is happening, it's not a good sign. And the archons are soaking a lot of the damage, while the protoss colossus is doing a lot of splash damage. Yeah, this game is almost over. Obviously, ByuN is trying his best, but 60 army versus 61, even I can predict the future. Wow, but very good engagement over here. So classic, very aggressive style, and the fact that he was able to intercept those 2 medivacs, that was a turning point. It gave him a lot of an advantage. And he also has more places to mine. 4 bases. 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 2. Now he knows he has a huge advantage, but he doesn't know exactly how big. Withdrawing over here, regrouping, ready for the final blow. But I don't think this is going to come. Yeah. Classic. Excellent engagement against ByuN. Remember to subscribe. Keanu over. Thank you for watching.